giants
People who came from the
in
sky.
the sky. Yeah.
What up, man?
What up, big bro? How you been, man?
Man, I've been good. Tired. Ain't slept really in like a week and a half. But here I am. Some of it is business, side hustles, and some of it is just recreation. So I did it to myself. So while I'm here, my voice is gone. But we're gonna body breaking down, but we're gonna get through it, man. Tell me about you.
Man, I've been doing good. Been chilling. After went to go see mom and pops today. That was good. Yeah, man, doing good. Shoot,
So
mind my business. We're here to do this episode.
yeah, we got another meaty one today. Going back to the well of Damon T and the knowledge of the forever time, to try to put some more game out there. We got some new information from about the pyramids that just came out, which is nuts. It's about to wreck some people's reality, and
Yep.
we got some game for the game. I saw you put some game for the game up there. We had so many, I had to break them out. I was like,
Right.
man, Kappa now might go away, man. We keep this
My
up.
my algorithm has been on. There's like certain things people will understand. When you have like a really good algorithm, it is unbelievable. So my algorithm has been just like straight conspiracy theories, creepy stuff, and bodybuilding. I've been loving life right now. Everything's been working. So yeah, everything I sent is like back and back and back.
Yeah.
Cause like this podcast is interesting. It was made for the not made. I thought we'd be doing way more paranormal stuff, which we will. We'll get into that again, but I'm really enjoying like the whole history and the age of awakening kind of going on. Like we're not the only ones talking about this stuff, so
Right.
I kind of like these conversations about why are we here and where we came from and religion and et cetera, et cetera. So.
Right. Yeah, that's dope. And also I'm glad that it kind of evolved to what it evolved to, because the Men of Letters was actually taken from the idea was taken from Supernatural, and Supernatural started out as in ghost hunting, monster hunting, and then it evolved into this, like what we talk about now. You know what I mean? It got super biblical. And the some of the truths that are in it, some of the lies that are told about it, and just some of the different ideas that they're, what I'm saying, they got into angels and all that stuff, what I'm saying? So it's natural that it went that way, I guess.
It's really weird, like everything that I'm seeing, and I don't know, it's weird because like a lot of stuff that I'm seeing ties into mythology or the Bible or Greek mythology, Roman mythology. So I don't know. I think the more we dive into it, the more and more we're gonna see. So yeah, man.
Yeah. That's dope, man. That's dope. I love hearing that. Hello, Nathan. Thank you for joining, man. Appreciate you. I don't think we saw you last week. We were on off day.
I think they was here
when they was in there last week.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. I ain't slept in like a week and a half, so there's that. So I'm a little loony right now. Please forgive me if I fall asleep during that. Not the Forever Time video. It's not because it's boring. I'm just tired.
You gotta get Shell to wake you up.
Yeah, man. And like when I'm sleeping to try to get the energy to do the next thing that I have to do for that day. So it's not real rest. You know what I'm saying? So, but and I don't think I'll get that until next Friday. So it just kind of is what it is. But I'm happy to be here too, Nathan. Thank you for joining. and we could probably just go ahead and start the video, bro.
Yeah, I can start if you want me to do it.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
All right,
While Kobe's doing that, y'all get in here, get in the chat, please, and thank you. I should have got some coffee or something for her. Some water. Right
yeah, I definitely had coffee before I started the show.
Yeah, I messed up on that. I was trying to get a quick catnap in before we started. All right.
You got that? All right. So this is episode 2. I think this is the one. Oh, we'll just play it out, but if it is what I think it is.
I think this one we're talking about all the mass extinctions that we've had.
Yeah, and in the caves. He's in the cave showing you.
Oh, this is my favorite one. It's long,
I believe, but it's pretty long. So we may not play the whole thing. We may try to skip around.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, the Craig better. Yep.
There is a mystery on this earth that is older than mystery itself. A missing moment in our human evolution that has lasted more than 50,000 years.
Hey, this shit gonna blow your mind, man.
Before time,
you listen.
And a time that will begin and end again. And this time of times is called the end of the earth. The civilizations of the earth are older than we know, and its inhabitants were greater than anything we could ever comprehend. They who were here before us were a strange and superior species. They were called human beings, and they looked just like you and I. They walked and talked like you and I. But they were far more intelligent than we are, and even more humbling. They were better than we are. Their knowledge was greater, and their gods were greater.
That's facts,
and under the flesh of their skins, even their hearts were greater than our own. The years of the earth are many, but the days of man on it are few. The civilizations of mankind will always
you look
rise
exactly
and fall,
like that, Ryan. If anybody in this room look like that, it's you.
On the earth, more than 50,000 years ago, a vibrant and thriving civilization lived.
Thanks for joining, by the way, buddy. Appreciate it.
Life and everyone in it completely vanished. The memory of what was is entirely wiped away, and the earth is completely sterilized and cleansed of all knowledge of what was before. Every trace of mankind and its inhabitants are meticulously eradicated. It is
Y'all
called
didn't exist yet.
The E-cycle, and it is more than the cycle of life.
I don't know if you caught that, but what he's talking about is this happens to humans, or not just humans, but just
everything.
So it does what's called the E-cycle. Pretty sure you can look it up too, but like the Earth basically renews itself, wipes everything clean, and restarts again.
What do you say?
And it is in fact
it happens every like 5,000 years.
Of the
Yeah, I think the estimate is every 5,000 to 10,000 years.
Okay.
That started by with kind of freaking out. I think in 2011. Was it 2011, Rashad?
2012.
2012, yeah. Everybody's freaking out because that was technically about roughly 5,000 years right there.
Not
I
the
believe
Mayan
the
calendar.
Mayan calendar goes around that long, and that's technically the end of,
That
time.
been the cycle. Yeah.
But
Hey, I've been through that before, Ryan. hey, don't worry. This won't take long. You will not enjoy it. You gotta leave with that, buddy. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Mankind has walked this earth for more than 400 million years. And when we walked, talked, and breathed this beautiful plane of existence, we were all ultimately wiped out. In time, a new earth would begin, and a new life of mankind would again flourish. And in this new time of earth, there were lords, gods, and Christs. And the hearts of the children of men were beautiful and free. However, the dark days of the end would once again return, and the life of all mankind would utterly and perfectly be wiped out. There have been more than 30,000 versions of this earth,
God
all
damn.
beginning and ending
that's
in 5.
So
Well,
I thought there were
crazy.
I thought there were like 5 or 6.
We've always got like 5 or 6. He's saying like he said we walked the earth for 200 million years. So
Yeah, that's definitely a
and
different take.
according to Moore's law, which y'all can look up Moore's law, our DNA is about 9 billion years old. So I don't know. Damon T. Go ahead, bro.
And the Earth has been around for how long?
About 4.5 billion.
So human DNA is like almost 9 billion, but Earth has been around for 4.5 billion. So y'all do the math.
Yeah. It's weird.
Mm.
Google, hey, the one video I'm trying to skip
5 to 10,000 year increments. Thousands of human civilizations rising, dying, and then rising again, only to die again. A cycle of life and death where the earth is ever changing and yet staying exactly the same. Cities, nations, and even continents of billions of people inexplicably disappearing without a trace. Today we have come out of the age of stones and into the age of technology and understanding. We are able to plot the movement of the planets and see deep into the great distant galaxies of the cosmos. We believe that we are at the height of intelligence and that there was none like us on the face of the earth. We consistently measure our new technological breakthroughs as the first ever created by man. We label all of our discoveries as a first for mankind or never before seen on the earth. We all believe that we are the first to do anything technological or marvelous. And yet we have only left our savage beginnings a mere 5,000 years ago. It is a conundrum that each of us should ponder. We have no knowledge of anything that happened past 5,000 years on this earth. And as to our own future, we are absolutely.
Is that true? Because we know that buildings are older than that, don't we? Like certain things created. Am I making that up? You're muted, bro.
I think he's talking about Homo sapiens, like that we don't know much about ourselves. More than
Oh,
5,000 years ago, not like anything else. But what's up, Random Rick?
what
Thanks
up,
for pulling
Random
up,
Rick?
buddy. Let's see here. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. But yeah, that's what I think he's referring to like like the Paleolithic eras and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as Homo sapiens go back, I think he's more so taking a biblical perspective from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the one playing
No, that's you.
Clueless. We find old bones, shards of pottery, and carbon-dated signatures which tell us that there was a world here before our own.
Oh God, that movie is
30,000 years
freaky.
ago, a world of men, women,
Oof.
and children living, loving,
That's a good one.
and thriving in life. And yet there is not one thing left to us that tells us what happened to them and what ended their earth. Our best science tells us that more than 5,000 years ago, we were all bare-skin wearing savages, uneducated spear-wielding brutes
Doesn't make any sense.
who were nothing more than dumb
Not
and
at all.
dull-witted cave dwellers. There could be nothing on earth as far away from the truth as this. Everything we have been taught of our history of man no longer exists. Because believe it or not,
Oh
it
shoot!
never did.
She got them things out.
Our rise to intelligence created a rush to judgment and a flawed and arrogant story of our history. This miseducation is more than just a crime against our
We're
intellect.
easily entertained.
It is also a crime against humanity. It is greater than any other crime on the earth,
I love this community.
because within the frame and structure of our world are heartbreaking and desperate clues left for each and every one of us by those who died over 45,000 years ago. Horrifying clues left by those who saw their end coming and yet also knew that there would be new human beings coming to this earth after them. They left these magnificent intellectual paintings for the innocent and unknowing humans.
Well, let me know
Would
when you
follow
want to
after
jump forward.
They
Okay.
made each of these back-breaking and heart-rendering paintings for only one purpose. They made them for us. You think you know this story, and you're sure you have heard it all before. A story of cavemen and cavewomen writing on the walls of an ancient cave. An unsophisticated portrait of their daily life, and a life that is not very interesting at all. And yet, it is history. Prehistoric history.
Yeah, right. I gotta throw something in there.
However,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
caution
yeah,
you,
something.
because all that you know of history no longer exists. Because that history never was.
Mm.
There is a holy and unnerving prehistoric story being told for the first time to each and every one of us. And this story
That makes
was
it
written
funny.
in blood by those who came before us.
All you need
It is they who were here
Need
and
that.
who survived just long enough to see what happens to all of us at the end of the world. They knew that they who came to end the earth would afterward cleanse it of every record of mankind,
Can you stop it there?
leaving no trace.
That's
They
a
knew.
good point.
They knew whoever came to end the earth. Who?
When's it?
Who are they
Who's
talking
coming in?
about?
Yeah, who? Yeah, I don't remember what his theory is either. I forgot. I'm glad we watched it. I forgot what his theory is.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah.
we're kind of rewatching this with like this is like a first time us watching it too. We watched this like what 4 or 5 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And my short term and long term memory is horrible. So we're all kind of watching it for the first time with you. So, but yeah, who are they? And then they're saying they're gonna wipe the earth clean and wipe all history of mankind. So
It's interesting. So when we did the Neanderthal one, we talked about how they wiped out humans. So
Right.
and we
right,
so,
there's the theory that they almost wiped out humans. They came
almost wiped out humans.
they came close a few times, and we're talking about this version of Homo sapiens
Yeah.
of our saying civilization. But yeah, go ahead.
Of anything that survived or anything that
Say
was
it.
human. These who survived ran into caves and took refuge there for as long as they could. And what they did after was the greatest and most beautiful thing any human being has ever done for another.
This is when it gets interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
They began painting. They recreated anything and everything they could to warn us about what happens when the earth dies.
Gotta read that again. Hold on. In cans, people don't bring it. They exist building. No, bro. They live there. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Do you know what the Incans are, bro?
The Incans? Yeah, I've heard of Incan people. But again, we're talking about, like, he saw, it's funny because people only want to talk about our versions of Homo sapiens in our time, in our civilizations. You know what I'm saying? Like the Aztecs were from our civilization. They're ancient civilization, but they were Homo sapiens of this past 5,000 years. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't 5,000. They were past 5,000 years.
They were in this era. This
They're in the 5,000 years.
Okay. Yeah. They're ancient, but you know, it's like how Egypt is ancient and Greece is ancient. It's on that level. What Damon T. Barry's talking about is billions of years.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I'll pull up what vampires. Question though, but aren't Mayans an older civilization than the Aztecs? And aren't the Mayans just like, aren't they like his ancestors, or like weren't their ancestors the Olmecs?
Yeah.
So how far does that go? That goes past 5,000 years, right?
Yeah, because probably goes back 6,000. You know, I mean, when we say 5,000, like we're talking 10 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he said it, it's, you know, it's a great reset. 10 to 5,000 years, every 10 to 5,000 years. So that's what we're talking about. I mean, it's a wide range, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about this where Brandon Rick and like how you're talking with the Aztecs and all that shit. That's this version of us. We had that, like, there hasn't been a catastrophe of that, like, or a celestial event. You know what I'm saying? For about 5 to 10,000 years. The pyramids are supposed to be power plants, so we are now learning about what all the other pyramids around the world. So I got some new information on the pyramids.
Yeah. You guys have been saying it. Hold on to that one. Yeah. And isn't Egypt older than the Aztecs? Like, aren't they more ancient than the Aztecs? Or do we know that for sure?
I don't know. No, I don't know that. That's something we should look into, though. That's a good question. If I don't know, I won't make it up.
The Kemets are.
Yeah, the Kemets are older. The Kemets are older than the Egyptians. Like, the Egyptians inherited that shit from the Kemets. So
I'm the Kemets in the. All right, I'm
yeah. Aztec had pyramids too. They don't study the pyramids like they study the Great Pyramids.
I wonder why.
Yeah, so I don't know much about them, to be honest with you.
All right, let's play in the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, keep rolling.
They did this knowing that the earth would be scoured of any trace of mankind. But these brave survivors created a hidden SOS message that could hide in plain sight, an ingenious communication, and every new earth and every new human being would see.
I agree, buddy.
Today we call this creation a cave painting, and its name is consistently associated with savagery and ancient diminished capacity. We see these cave paintings
I could have said it better myself,
cows, hunters, aliens, and strange symbols of all sorts as some kind of fantasy by the prehistoric simpleton. We see it as a caveman fantasy or a slice of life depicting hunting and predation as they knew it. Our view of these cave paintings indicates that their final messages have completely escaped all eyes undetected, both enemy and friendly. Sadly, This overlooked, precious work of love and loss of life was made to be seen and deciphered by the next human beings who would come to this earth. They were made for us. These cave paintings that are found all over the world range in age from 3,000 years old to more than 40,000 years old. And unfortunately, we are all unaware of the fact that each of these well-detailed cave paintings were created by an artist who was in fear, who was in pain, and who was sobbing and crying uncontrollably while painting this intricate letter of letters. He and she, who painted so beautifully and so intelligently, created a painted work with a paint that would last not for 30 years, but instead.
Like,
I mean, that is a good question. I'm not even gonna like. I have no idea.
I don't have a firm grasp on the technology, but they can date that shit. That one is 39, but that one's more that. You silly. But well, again, that's like when we're talking like 5 to 10,000 year cycles. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a vast range, but
I mean, I think we've asked that question before. I think rock definitely tells you how old it is. Like, you can date rock. So yeah, I mean that's true.
You can date rocks, plants, all that. So
yeah,
just like they can go to the moon.
With a paint that would last more than 30,000 years.
I feel you randomly.
This fact alone completely escapes all of us. And it has since the beginning of time as we know it. Contrary to what we have been taught, these were not cavemen, but instead, they were technologically brilliant, and they came from a very sophisticated and highly intelligent society. Their choice of paint and placement clearly suggests that they had a full grasp of art, geometry, astronomy, science, and experience in transmitting discreet and clandestine communications. They were, in fact, just like us, and as smart as us, and surely even smarter than us. What they reveal with each painting suggests that they were more intelligent than we thought. They have not seen the faces of any of us, and yet they knew that we would come, and they knew that there would be a world after their own.
Is this nigga playing a game on his phone?
They left these superior works of art in hallowed caves, and with each layer of paint, they prayed that one day we would see them, and more importantly, one day we would understand them. Sadly, these hopes and prayers were their last.
What to do with?
Today their tears are gone, but their work is not forgotten. In 45,000 years, we can finally read them. The hope of their work is born in our age and in our days, because within each painting is a knowledge that is more important to mankind than anything else on this entire planet. It is sure that after a series of paintings, the artist was undoubtedly discovered, and as a result, surely lost his life. But within each painting is an encrypted and hidden message that warns each and every one of us of what is to come. An unseen coat of paint that is so clever and so intelligent that even those with high intelligence completely dismiss it as the writings of a prehistoric hunter-gatherer.
He's gonna tell you why
it is in fact a perfection of end-time knowledge that is displayed openly and freely, and not one individual with high intelligence can detect its secret. Why? The painting's messages are protected by one of the most sophisticated encryption techniques ever seen. And once you begin to understand the message, your heart will nearly give out on you. All that was is no more.
Okay, that's not true.
And all that follows is the beginning of our history. It begins here with a 30,000-year-old painting of what is simply a bull running through a field. Another bull follows in a circular pattern behind it. Although it appears to be a simple painting of a bull, closer inspections will reveal peculiar iterations of pattern, which reveal that there is more to the painting than what is obvious. The bull is massive.
What does that look like, y'all?
Compared to the other animals beneath it. The bull also has strange dots going around its eyes and down its snout. The reason this painting escapes our intellect is because we have dismissed these peoples and their brains as underdeveloped. However, if you look closer at the bull, with the strange dots running around its eyes and down its snout, you will find that these are not dots. They are actually stars.
Uh-oh.
The reason the bull is so much larger than all the other animals is because this bull is above all animals on the earth. Because believe it or not, this is actually the constellation of Taurus the bull.
Uh-oh, y'all didn't know that.
It is a heavenly bull that rotates around the earth. And if you look closely, you will see the stars running around its eyes and down its snout. It is identical to the constellation of Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
The bull that follows it in the upper right indicates that this constellation pattern is circular and that it rotates around the earth. If you have any doubt to the validity of this astounding discovery, consider this cave painting showing the same constellation of Taurus the bull. However, in this painting, the clandestine intent of the painter is unmistakable. Notice that this bull has horns that do not curl up, as most bulls do, but instead, they seem to stretch out into two perfect lines, almost as antennae.
Yeah.
If you look to the constellation of Taurus, you will see that this bull's star points stretch out in the exact same way. They are straight and they are deliberate lines that stretches far beyond the bull's horns to create the constellation's signature boundary. However, this animal and its design has far-reaching implications. Notice the bull's outline and boundary.
Well, I mean, the zodiacs are just constellations. They're not. I mean, you don't like zodiacs, whatever, but yeah, they're based off the constellations. Leo the Lion, the constellation, the Capricorn, all of them. So, just
And notice also, it is the exact opposite direction of the former constellation of Taurus. This knowledge, when revealed in the end, will stagger the mind. Our prehistoric, bearskin-wearing and spear-throwing forefathers were not. And they left these messages so that one day we would understand.
More titties.
And understand we must. Because our very lives depend
You
on
wanted more, you got more.
this beautiful and blood-soaked 30,000-year-old cave painting of a bison bull is also a representation of the constellation Taurus the bull.
Take them out, you can get them.
Within this painting is an even greater knowledge than the others, because this painting was made for those of us who will always believe the opposite of the truth, the naysayers,
I think he
the
may have meant
doubters,
that it's above
and those who will
the
only
sky.
be convinced by their own mind.
say it again, bro.
As
Randall Rick said no. He stated the bull was above all of them.
Above Earth.
Yeah,
above
exactly.
Earth.
He's talking about above
Yeah.
Earth. Yeah.
to the validity of anything and everything. This painting shows the constellation of Taurus, but if you look closer, you will see a bright light glowing just above its shoulder. If this bull is the constellation of Taurus, then this well-lit area must also represent something else that is found in space. This deduction would be logical, and it would be also correct. This star-like pattern above the bull's shoulder is in fact one of the most well-known constellations in the world. It is the constellation that rests within Taurus the bull. and it is the constellation of the Pleiades. It is a holy and sacred constellation of stars that has been handed down to every generation of man for over 5,000 years. This knowledge is found all over the world, and it was left to us by those who from the stars came. The Pleiades sits right above the shoulder of the bull, and in every constellation, it is an exact match. Believe it or not, our end.
Should we look that up?
Go for it.
I'll look it up.
Is not found on the earth,
Want me to do it?
but instead
Go ahead.
it rests in the stars.
And then I'll pause.
Our understanding of these cave paintings are more important to our survival than anything else on the earth. And if you doubt these claims, ask yourselves, how did savages who had barely mastered the use of fire at the same time chart every star in our galaxy? Time is of the essence, and time we have little left. This 30,000-year-old painting on its face looks to be a large hyena. Most scholars believe this because of its long tail and the spots found on its body. However, there has never been a hyena with spots only on its shoulders and on its face. This is actually a prehistoric.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that.
You good? You found it?
Yeah, I did. Give me a second. Right here.
That's the bull. That's crazy. Yep.
Yeah.
Shows it
So
right there.
So he's not tripping. It ain't shit random, Rick. So
I was just like, is that true? Is that
Yeah.
like in the shoulder of the bull? That's crazy. All right.
Yep.
I mean, doesn't
I mean,
say it's not cap. I'll go ahead and say that, Rick. I mean, you can also say it's still cap, but yeah, that at least he has that correct, I guess.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you can, but it's still the constellation. I mean, you could draw a smiley face in the stars, but it's still a constellation. So, and this is Damon T. Barry's interpretation of it. That's just like the interpretation of the Bible. But y'all choose to interpret that in different ways.
I can make.
Yeah,
No,
you can.
I guess
You can if you want to. No, he's right about that. No, he's right about that. But it's still a constellation. That's universally known here on Earth. That's the constellation. So,
I mean, yeah. Okay. We'll go ahead.
Yep.
45,000 years ago. The bear was large. It was also known to have a long tail. Today's version of the bear
I certainly
does
hope
not.
so, Random Rick.
This bear has spots and specks on it. And believe it or not, the specks on its fur are in fact stars. And this is the constellation of the bear. We know it as the Big Dipper, and it is one of the most famous and easily identified star constellations in the Northern Hemisphere. If you look deeper at the painting, the story and the confirmation is even more conclusive. This 35,000-year-old cave painting shows horses running alongside the constellation of Taurus the bull. And believe it or not, the great horse that runs in the sky alongside the bull is called Pegasus. It is a mythical winged horse that travels the cosmos beside Taurus the bull. Every stylized and artistic animal represents a coded message for the new incarnation of man on the earth. A rhino is just a rhino until you see a new perfect 360-degree curvature of its horns, and then suddenly it becomes something else. it shows us something else. And it reveals wisdom. This well-encoded message actually gives us a complete understanding. And the understanding is that these animals are in space, and they border planets, stars, and suns. Our cave painters display a supreme understanding of the skies, the stars, and the constellations. However, your hearts will falter as we begin to go deeper and deeper into the cave of a people whom
he's gonna
we
get to
all
that. Don't worry
believe
about it. It's a long video.
to be Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon brutes. Each of these cave paintings show us how they saw the cosmos, and each painting provides a Rosetta Stone for our understanding. A bull, a horse, a bear, or any painted animal that is found to have specks or dots painted within it means that it is more than just an animal, and it is in fact a star constellation or cluster of stars that is in our Earth's sky or also found somewhere out in space. This decryption method allows us to peer into the minds of the prehistoric human being. Understanding this codex will in no way give you peace, because this cave's knowledge is very, very deep. Upon the walls there are pictures of colored hands and more hands. They all represent human beings of every race, both male and female. But look closely at these ubiquitous, strange, and peculiar hands. These particular hands are not like the others. They all have star dots just below their fingers.
Let them know, Nate.
Dots and specks that indicate that this is a constellation of stars within our cosmos. This handprint is unique, as the dots are surrounding the hands and are all fiery red, which indicates something in our cosmos is near its grasp. A painting humble and true, and its knowledge is staggering, because as we go farther and farther into space,
part
we find a hand,
satellite imaging,
and not just any hand, a very special hand, one surrounded with white clouds and also fiery red stars, that they could also see the Earth.
Okay, got it.
From space.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Self, this couldn't possibly be true. All who feel this way will be utterly broken. But what comes next?
He says a lot
is
of that.
The end of every intelligent doubter in the world. Because what comes next
it's not that deep.
will completely stun the brain into paralysis. The cave paintings not only show that prehistoric man could see deep into space, it also shows something else even more unbelievable. These paintings show that they could also see the Earth from space. A highly intelligent being will function on multiple levels of intelligence, and thus one message sent will be built upon several hidden messages, which to the uninitiated will appear to be one innocuous, benign painting of a farm animal. Nevertheless, a close inspection of each painting will reveal several messages layered within each color of paint.
Cool, I'm not gonna lie.
We see Taurus the bull, and we know it is a star constellation. But laying all across each star constellation are splashes of yellow and golden paint. Look again. Closer. Closer. These are not splashes of artistic styling. And to the contrary, these are actually land formations.
Random Rick wants to
get
back to the meat and potatoes of the show.
Continents, countries, city-states, and favored lands. How we know this is by the uniformity of its presence in each painting around the world. And what reveals its code is found here. Consider this painting. You see the land mass beneath the constellation of stars. Look closer. This is a twig or blade of grass. Notice its color and its uniformity in relation to land and earthbound animals, as opposed to starlight animals. It matches the exact color of land in every single cave painting around the world. This is the color of the cave painting. This is actually a satellite image of our world. Notice the color is an exact match. And land in every cave painting is the exact same color as our satellite imagery. The stonework of our dull-witted, unevolved forerunner to our current perfection of evolution reveals not that they were ignorant, but instead, we are. 35,000 years ago, Cro-Magnon man created a crude painting in rock that is seen as a futile attempt at artwork. We now know that these highly intelligent human beings were sending us an encrypted message that we would only understand on the day that we would evolve. Look closer. Closer.
I'm sorry.
This is a view of the world from above.
Said I broke my TV.
Notice how small man is in each of these cave paintings.
All right, guys, this is important.
In order for man to be seen this way, it must be from a very, very high vantage point. They are showing us the way our land looks from above. And although our intelligence tells us that this is just a painting, look very closely. Notice that all the animals seen seem to have white spots underneath or splashes of white near or around them. When you understand why, you will know it's over. You see these juvenile cave paintings of animals and then quickly dismiss them as the markings of our uninteresting progenitors. But wait, look closely.
I'm sorry, every time he said it now.
Although it is as boring as the others, this painting reveals our connection to our distant relative, and it proves what.
So you see that? Y'all see that now, right? That is a real satellite image, okay? That's a modern day satellite image. That's what you're seeing in the cave paintings.
Yeah.
That's what you're that's what they're trying to show you.
Yeah, this isn't on a cave.
That's not a cave. But it looks like a cave painting, right? Oh, this artist can't draw people for shit. Here's a writer with the perfect horn. That blob. That's Torrin and Bill. Yeah, they're probably not very good artists. But what you're seeing right here, that looks like a cave painting.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
So what he's saying, guys, is that these people they had satellite vision. They could see. They could see from above.
I want to keep going, but this is the good one right here. Should we go to that one?
Keep it. No, keep it here. Keep it here, and we'll keep going. He's gonna go back to the cave painting.
Is not a cave painting, although it is identical to all cave paintings around the world. Its revelation is found in understanding why it's exactly like all the others. It's exactly like all the other cave paintings because these are actually satellite images taken from space. And the specks of white are actually the animals themselves. They're found in every single cave painting, and we always wonder why there's splashes of white. The white is actually the animal. The black image, which we believe to be the painting, is merely a shadow created by the sun.
Another painting too.
It is identical to images painted in caves, and this is how and why they painted such boring images, because they knew one day we would understand. The cave painter was not painting what he saw of his daily life.
That's an actual cave painting.
He was painting several satellite images. And they were painting them all over the world for one reason and one reason only. They were painting them for us. Each painting screams from deep into the cave, and it says, listen to us and know that we were here.
That's an
We were
actual
just
cave
like
painting.
you.
It looked like those satellite
Please
images.
hear us. Please understand. We must understand them because these satellite images are tomorrow's cave paintings.
Mm-hmm.
They carefully chose caves for their clandestine messages because the cave simulates that which cannot be captured on film: depth and terrain. The rocky surface of each
All right,
cave
Kobe.
creates
Go ahead and
alleys,
take it to where you want to go.
ridges, and mountains.
I just wanted him to flesh that out for everybody to see. This dude ain't crazy.
These are not cave paintings. These are satellite images. Cave paintings, which not only reveal terrain, they also reveal geological imaging.
We can probably shut it down.
Land
after he's done with
and
this.
its formations from space is very important to whomever will come after us on Earth. Because in each Earth, our land formations and our races and cultural ethnicities will recreate them.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
We will again begin in one part of the world, and then with time, we will gradually spread across the world. We humans who were Asians in the next world will conquer Asia. We who are Africans will feel drawn to Africa. And as it is in the world, it will begin again and in the next. This is why these paintings are so important, because in the end, it ends the same. This cave painting, taken from high above what appears to be cattle, is in fact our greatest clue to what happens to us in the end. The reason this painting of cows and bulls is so important to us is because these are not cows and bulls. They are actually stars, constellations, and more importantly, they also are countries and continents. From the earth, ancient man looked into the sky and saw stars.
Not where I wanted to go.
They made animals to represent each star constellation. But they also did something else, more dramatic than any of us could ever imagine. While in space, looking upon the earth, in the darkness, our land formations light up. And from space, our earth looks like the sky. And in each city around the earth, it lights up. And what they did when they looked upon the earth, each country, each continent, each city-state, they made an animal to represent it. And if you look very closely at these bulls, you'll understand why they're the opposite direction of the constellation of Taurus the Bull. They are pointing the opposite direction because these are not the constellation of Taurus the Bull. They represent a star constellation of Taurus the Bull that is found on the earth. It represents a country, a continent, or a city-state. It also represents a powerful clue as to why their world ended 20,000 years ago. It is a highly specific message encoded within the mundane. It is placed there with the hope that someone will come 50,000 years later who will understand. This particular bull tells us more about their end than anything else. And it also tells us where this bull is found. They use brilliant colors in this nearly 10,000-year-old cave painting to give us our greatest clue as to why and what kills us in the end. Notice the gold, red, blue.
And what does that look like to you? Remember now, like, think about something that you see all the time on TV or you know what I mean? Anywhere, honestly.
And yellow signatures among the rocky surfaces. These colors represent something that we are just now realizing that is a critical piece of our development and also the knowledge of our end.
Put it up. What is that?
These brilliant colors represent satellite thermal imaging.
You stupid red.
They also reveal severe climate change, a geological record of a bull or landmass that was critical to our ancestors' understanding of the end. This land formation, however, has a very familiar appearance, and it also reveals a cycle of not only the rise and fall of man, but also the inescapable inevitability of repeating the same mistake over and over again. Notice the rocky terrain and its vibrant colors. And now, a geological image. This represents a continent and a nation, and its vibrant colors indicates superior knowledge. And now, a geological image. And now, a thermal image. It is unmistakable.
I see it.
20,000 years ago, they were us.
All right, that's all I wanted to show you.
I see it.
That's it. Let that sit for a bit.
Think about that, y'all. Think about, man, our ancestors weren't stupid. I don't know why we keep thinking they were. They weren't stupid.
All right.
We've talked about this. We talked about advanced civilizations. Great, like the, we had what do you call it? Great celestial events that happened. Polar shifts, floods. Everybody talked about the Great Deluge. So this stuff has happened. We talked about Neanderthals almost wiped out the Homo sapiens, and then the celestial event happened that wiped out the Neanderthals mostly. But Homo sapiens were able to survive it because we knew the cave systems, because we were always running and hiding from the Neanderthals in the cave systems.
Right.
So
You're showing that right off the jump, the pyramid thing. Delete my last thing then on the notes. My last note.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
You're gonna bring it up?
Yeah.
Well, check out the new scroll. Oh, I did it wrong. It's supposed to say Jesus Army.
I'm just looking at the notes right now. Sorry, y'all, I threw off the show. Let's look at the notes right now. It's like, oh, he already has that. We can just skip mine.
No, okay.
It's major. It's major news that no one cares about.
Yeah, 'cause I was telling Shell about it. She's just like, I could give.
Yep, I tried to. Yep, you already know, bro. Yeah, like one. I don't care. I was like, that's not what you don't care. Like,
You don't care about that. That's just like politics. I'm like, I don't care. And Mom and Dad are like,
everything.
What?
I care about everything. That's just whatever.
Why do they keep doing that? Fuck it. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Anyways, let me try to get this back up here. 1 second. Could be worth the middle letters thing. There it is. All right. It's supposed to say Jesus Army is coming, but they don't want me. The universe does not want me to put that up for good reason, I'm sure. It doesn't want me to get smited, so we're not going to do that. So we have a thing that we call that I just started doing. It's called a special look. So just a couple of things that I found very interesting, and I'm just going to share the videos with you. So let's take a look at this first one. I thought this was wild. If you believe it. So check this out.
Yeah, I found something interesting. This guy here is Samon Toko from Africa. And I'm going to play a little clip, and hopefully you'll be able to hear this about what he's all about.
So the story goes that in the 1960s, there was a black man in Africa who came in with abilities complementary to those of Jesus. And he was performing miracles. He was starting to get people to listen to what he had to say. and the Cabal tried to kill him, and they could shoot him in the head, and his skull would just regenerate, and the flesh would grow back, and he was fine. And so the crazy story that I heard, and remember, I was told at the time that if I disclosed this, that I would be killed, and I ended up putting it in the book anyway.
This is David Wilcox.
The story was that this guy, they finally said, okay, we're going to bring you to the United Nations and share your message with the world. Let's get you on this flight.
After you tried to kill him.
And instead of bringing him to the United Nations, they shot him repeatedly, and then actually had some kind of meat grinder device, and basically like a bandsaw, I guess, and sawed up his body into a whole bunch of pieces, put him in these very like radioactive shielded containers, and then had all these fighter jets dock with the plane and fly his body parts to all corners of the world, where then these containers turned them into ash. And they thought that maybe this would defeat him, like that his body somehow, the tissue was necessary. So if they destroyed all the tissue in all these places across the world, maybe they could defeat him. Well, he then regenerated in their offices and was fully fine, fully intact. But the sad part is that he said, you guys so badly do not want me to be here that I am not going to be able to do any more. You're going to get what you want, but bear in mind that in the future, many others like me will be coming, and when they do, you will not be able to stop us.
Wow.
Many others like me will come. Many others. A Jesus-like figure. That's what we're talking about. That's what's coming. Another confirmation of what's coming. 5D. Looking forward to it. Okay.
What do you think about that, man? I didn't vet any of it.
Yeah, problem with it.
Me neither.
Figures, Jesus type people. If they do what Jesus did, I ain't got a problem with that.
Superhumans.
Who
Superhumans coming back.
fed the poor and that's people to live a good life. That kind of people. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, seems like they want to do good things for.
Bring 'em- and they got powers too. Oh yeah, bring all of that. Yeah.
Bring it on. Teach me.
I'm gonna sit back. I'm like, I told y'all.
What does it surprise you that they tried to kill him? If this is true, okay.
No, I think
Random Rick is on it today.
oh Lord! Go ahead and put the next video, bro. I want to use the rest of it.
Okay, all right. So Kobe was gonna play this, but I stole it. So I'll pull this up, guys. I'll pull this up, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this. It broke my reality. My wife didn't give a shit. Kobe said that his girl didn't give a shit either. But we found this very interesting, so we're going to share it with you. So you just hold on. I think me do something stupid. Select two objects that are the same shape. Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do this? I don't want to do that. All right. Check this out.
On March 16th, 2025, scientists made an earth-shattering discovery inside Egypt's legendary Great Pyramid of Giza. Using revolutionary new satellite technology known as synthetic aperture radar, Doppler tomography, developed by researchers Filippo Bionde and Corrado Malanga, the team uncovered astonishing hidden structures beneath one of humanity's greatest monuments. Inside the Great Pyramid itself, researchers discovered a massive, previously unknown chamber spanning 5 distinct horizontal levels. Intricately designed and deliberately concealed, this secret room has remained untouched for thousands of years, hidden within plain sight. But this discovery was just the beginning. Radar scans penetrating deep beneath the Pyramid of Khafra have revealed 8 perfectly symmetrical cylindrical wells descending an incredible 648 meters, over 2,100 feet, straight into solid bedrock.
I can't pronounce it, man.
These enormous shafts are precisely engineered, arranged methodically in parallel rows, and extend downward into vast cubic formations nearly 2 kilometers beneath the surface. Each cylindrical shaft measures several meters in diameter, constructed with astonishing accuracy, far surpassing the abilities previously attributed to ancient Egyptian technology. The depth alone defies comprehension. At 648 meters, these wells plunge deeper than the height of the world's tallest skyscrapers, connecting to immense subterranean spaces.
So y'all heard that, right? This thing, why is the TikTok so why the TikTok so long? Because it's awesome. See, you're like my wife. She's like, I don't care.
How do you know? Okay, go ahead, bro.
This thing is almost, they said it's 600 and something meters down the ground. That's like for the high school track or an Olympic track is 400 meters. You know what I'm saying? So take that at another almost 300 meters and you know, instead of round, you know, pull it out long.
Like a half mile, almost a half mile, bro.
Yeah, it's like a half mile.
Yeah.
We're still live. We're still live, Emily. It's just the hive where they make the T-virus. That's a great first movie too. The first Resident Evil, I loved it.
Yeah.
But that's long, guys. That's these things are huge. And I don't know if you guys know how big the pyramids are, guys. We look like a flea compared to the pyramids. So think about these things that are almost a mile, almost half a mile long, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Going down in underground, under surface. It's taller than it's longer than the tallest skyscraper in the world. Y'all trippers don't care about this, man. Y'all tripping. Y'all got your heads.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Whose purposes remain utterly mysterious. Even more astonishingly, beneath the entire Giza plateau lies an expansive network of interconnected chambers, tunnels, and massive cubic structures buried deep underground, stretching for kilometers. The scale and complexity of these underground constructions surpass anything ever imagined by archaeologists or historians, challenging everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt and its capabilities.
Yep.
Could these enormous wells and hidden chambers represent remnants of a lost civilization, one far more advanced than dynastic Egypt? Ancient Sumerian legends speak clearly of pre-flood civilizations like Atlantis or Mu, powerful beings known as the Anunnaki, the Titans, the Atlanteans, who imparted extraordinary knowledge and skills to humanity. Could these newly discovered subterranean structures beneath Giza be physical evidence of these very legends? And most importantly, who has been trying to keep this information suppressed?
So
y'all don't care about that?
I don't care.
Y'all care. You know how big
y'all don't give a shit.
Pyramids are? And now we're what's underneath the pyramid?
It's bigger than the pyramid.
It's almost 5 football fields down. More than that, right?
Yeah.
600 meters?
6, 7.
So
100 yards is 600 meters. I don't know the math with yards and meters, but it's not.
Well, I think a yard is not. Yeah, not that much different than a meter, right?
This asshole.
Whatever, man. You can fall asleep. You've been asleep. Anyways.
Hey, you need to wake up. That's what we try to get you to do.
That shit, 600 meters.
Y'all crazy. Y'all don't care about this shit.
Man.
Y'all tripping. We cannot duplicate that right now. And y'all think y'all so smart. Y'all know shit. We can't do that. Yeah, we are fucking with you, but we're not fucking with you. Because we can't do that shit. We can't do that shit. The Vatican suppresses it all. Yes, it does.
No one, and it was all over TikTok, Reels. No one talked about it on the news.
Nobody talked about it on the news. Nobody thought what we're gonna do. We're gonna
tell y'all about it.
Yeah, We're gonna educate you, and then when these motherfuckers come back to pick y'all up, you're gonna be like, "Oh, Sean and Kobe told me, hey, listen, we told you, we told you, man. These motherfuckers is gonna come. I'm sorry, I'm cussing, but they're gonna come and harvest this motherfucking man. Y'all, man, we done tried to tell you. It's in y'all little Bible, the rapture. Y'all talk about that shit all the time.
I'm not getting got. I want to go with what I was warning out. I know I made a warning somewhere.
Yeah, I'm getting picked up with y'all, but I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Yep, that's what we gonna do. We gonna say we told your ass. I'm sorry, Kobe. I'm talking over you, buddy. What'd you say,
you good.
bud?
I'm just saying I'm gonna find a way to get out of here. Be like I told y'all to get out of here.
Yep. Told y'all. We told y'all, man. Guys, you have to understand. You have to understand how crazy this is. First off, the pyramids itself, just on themselves, we can't duplicate that. We can't duplicate that. It gets deeper than that. Go ahead, Kobe.
Yeah. No, bro. And I think you agree with me. I think that this is man-made, bro. I'm thinking humans still made this.
Oh yeah.
It's just they had technology that we did not have.
We were going to Mars.
Yeah, go to Mars.
That's not a good look. That's not a good look. I think it'll be somewhere probably like outside of definitely outside of our solar system. But yeah, like I agree with you, Kobe. It was just because we were just talking about that. That's what the thing they were just showing you, the Damon T. Berry. They were talking about different civilizations of humans, Homo sapiens. They're talking about different versions of it, different civilizations. We have a hard time getting out of our heads that we're not the we're not the first. You know, and we won't be the last.
We had 7 people in there. Y'all never wondered how Machu Picchu is a thing? Like we can't do that now. Y'all never thought that was crazy? How they could bring water up a mountain, and that was 2,000 years ago.
Up a mountain.
Like y'all never did that. Come on, man.
Coach, say it loud enough for the people in the back to hear.
They were bringing water, and they were pushing the water upward into art. They were able, like, look at Machu Picchu. That doesn't make any sense to us now. We can't make that now.
It shouldn't exist. It physically should not exist.
The pyramid should physically not be that. That's not. We can't do that now. It's crazy.
No. Yeah, it's deeper than rap. And Emily, I don't know. You've heard her say, Moore's law says that human DNA is almost like 9 billion years old, where Earth is only 4.5 billion years old.
I mean,
so how DNA older than human DNA older than Earth?
Look at a lot of things in America. A lot of these state buildings and these big churches are built on mounds. They're all mounds. Why is that?
Because they're on top of something.
In these state buildings, we can't really do, like, this is 1800s, 1700s stuff. We really can't build that now.
Yeah, with the granite stone and all that stuff, and then how it's perfectly cut and all that. You need a laser to do that. You said I have old DNA. we all do.
I don't know. I'm shut up. We got some cool game stuff too.
Yeah, so we can get to game for the game. Was there anything in particular that you want to do? Because I moved some stuff out. So anything in particular that you want to look at? Because the ones that I have are all mine. Like for this week, and I saw you add some stuff later. So
do the Serpent is Wisdom one. That's kind of cool. And
which one? What's down to that, buddy?
I'll move them up for you. You just go ahead and play. We'll play a little more today. That's the case.
Okay, so I'm put Random Ricks up there real quick. The pyramids were actually made in Hollywood, moved to Egypt in the 1900s before TV, and just made up stories. Okay, that's a fun theory.
What?
You got to reread the Rick shit. He said
the pyramids are actually made in a
Yeah, talk shit. Emily said, my physical body is literally different, and it's just said, and I'm not the only one. We exist. Emily's very spiritual. So if we're talking about the Egyptians, let me just go to this real quick. All right, share this.
The wind is.
All right, Bible scholar exposes the fake JW3s. How they got rid of the real Jews. Oh shit! What the fuck? Wait, did I put this on here?
What did you? What?
Hell no! No,
Was that
I'm not
me?
Sure. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Not this show. Maybe we get a little more people. Even that, I don't know if you want to show that one. Don't show
We
that.
don't do that. No,
Don't do that.
no. Nah, that's not what this show is about.
Is that the Egyptian one you had on there? That was what you had? That was the name?
I must have copy and pasted the wrong thing. What did Rick say?
Oh, we're done. Yep, our show is over.
Rick said, y'all about to get canceled for real.
Over.
Look good, right? Yeah, we don't. Nah, we good.
Not ready for that. I wasn't ready for that.
We're not ready for that. I'm not even ready for that conversation. No, sir, Bob. All right.
I don't think we never even talked about it.
No, I don't know. I don't know enough about that to even talk about it. When in doubt.
Titties.
Titties. Yeah. Emily.
Man.
Yo.
Go ahead and play the next one.
Yeah.
We'll play next one.
Yo, I'm glad we read that. Instead of me just hitting play. All right, let's get this, y'all. So it's called Death Doesn't Exist and May Be Just an Illusion.
Going on. Death doesn't exist and may just be an illusion according to quantum physics.
Thank you,
This is a topic that's really exciting to me. I actually had a near-death experience, so I'm going to speak a little bit about my experience with the idea of death. But what this article is basically saying is when we include the idea of our consciousness into the equation of life, it sort of solves all the issues that modern day science has with, looking at our universe and looking at our world and looking at things like the double slit experiment or some of these other phenomena that happen in the world. This idea of even past and future. Essentially, when you start putting our consciousness into the mix, we start to see that this physical world is actually an illusion. Even Albert Einstein said this. He said, albeit a very persistent one, is just an illusion. And when you have a near-death experience like I did, I was, and a lot of people that have spoken about this, there's, by the way, thousands and thousands of accounts of people having near-death experiences, and also doctors working with people that are having these experiences and telling their side of the story. It's this very wonderful feeling of expansion when you leave this physical vehicle, this beautiful physical vehicle that you should try to be in as long as you can because it's amazing and because you came here for a reason. But when you're ready to go, when you're ready to leave, number one, at your highest level, at your soul level, it's a conscious decision. You're actually choosing when you leave this body. So nothing happens by accident, even when it seems like it does. From a much higher level, we're actually choosing this. The other thing is that it feels joyful. It feels expansive. It feels loving. It doesn't feel like something's being lost. It actually feels like so much is being gained. It's more like a graduation. And it's something that honestly, we should really reconsider about how we're teaching this to each other and talking to each other about it, because there's no reason to fear it. If nothing else, we're all going to experience it, right? So we might as well not fear it. And many years later now, after this experience, it's really helped me live my life more fully because I don't have that fear of it growing up. And honestly, as a kid, I didn't really ever fear it anyway. I never really understood why everybody was so devastated by it. I just sort of knew we kept going on in some kind of a way. And I think our quantum physics is now coming to see that, wait a minute, if we really do add this dimension of consciousness in it, well, that continues to go on because it's never destroyed. It just continues and expands and transforms. So let me know what you think. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Do you think death exists? I'm interested to hear your ideas in the comments. Peace.
So we've been ran a wreck. Christ.
I get what you're trying to say. Unfortunately, yeah, after getting ran a wreck, he talks too much. Bruh.
Yeah.
Get it. You know, yeah, we get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you talk about like a graduation. Like I just graduated from a program, 2-year program, whatever. And while I am fearful that I may never see some of those folks again, my classmates, you know, it was time to go, time to move on, and I was elated when that happened. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can I feel that graduation concept or symbolism that he threw in there. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting though.
Yeah, sent me something about that too though. Quantum theory. I'm going to these too fast.
But quantum theory or quantum physics?
Quantum physics.
Okay.
That we don't pass.
He could be annoying.
He is a big talker. He talked a lot. All right, bro. Go ahead and
get to the point. All right.
The tribe. This one sounds
interesting. Created conscious. I don't remember this. Let's see.
I'm going to name off some random people, and you tell me how many random coincidences there are.
My bad.
This is Dmitry Petronov. Apparently,
coincidence.
Oh yeah, coincidence. I read it.
I'm so fucking tired. All right, let's do this.
Created a plasma battery that powered his 2-story house for 16 months. In 2010, he went to a bakery, and that's the last time the world ever saw him. Coincidentally, this is Zachary Warfield. He was also working on a plasma battery. He even met with Dmitry a couple of times to exchange notes. He died in a crazy boating accident. Stefan Marinov was the leader of the European free energy movement. Apparently, they made a ton of headway. He had a breakthrough, but he fell out of a window. What? Oh, by the way, if you've already seen this video, it's because I posted one and it got pulled down the guidelines. I'm appealing it. It might come back up, but I figured I'd make it again. John Mullen was a nuclear physicist that worked with one of the largest military contractors in the world. He discovered something big, but then died of arsenic poisoning. But don't worry, his girlfriend was the suspect. They actually found her dead in her apartment as well. Well, that's the end of that. No other suspects. Okay, case closed. This is Eugene Malov. He's an expert physicist that claimed to have a prototype of a free energy device that utilized cold fusion. You're never going to believe this. The day before he was going to release this to the public, he was beaten to death, and nobody can find his research. Ari DeGo also worked on a free energy device and actually patented his technology. He was headed to the airport to go meet some investors, but he never made his flight. They found him dead in his car. What? Rory Johnson was said to have built a car motor that utilized cold fusion and can get over 500 horsepower. The U.S. Department of Energy put a restraining order on his technology so that he could not release it. He was super healthy, but I guess he mysteriously died? Mark Lamian also patented some zero-point energy systems. He developed a prototype, but died. And again, his research is missing. Stan Myers was said to have built a car that ran on water. He was meeting with 2 investors at lunch when he suddenly died. His words were, "I have been poisoned." Nikola Tesla was obsessed with discovering free energy. The poorest people in the world. It would bring everybody up. And it was said on a small scale, he proved it. So he went to his funder to ask for more money, and his funder pulled the funding. This was JP Morgan. Now, I know this is just a coincidence. It has nothing to do with the fact that he owned General Electric. He owned freaking copper mines, rubber mills, everything within the fossil fuel system he had a piece of. Oh, by the way, Tesla was blacklisted from the industry. Nobody would fund him. He died penniless, but the government came in after he died and confiscated all of his research. There were 80 boxes. When it was deemed that it should be given to his nephew, only 60 boxes were given. What happened to the boxes? I'm sure they just consolidated them. But the elites wouldn't suppress technology that would benefit all people, right? Because we're trying to advance as a society, not, make every single ounce of profit we can. Anyways, crazy coincidences. The world is wild. That's.
I mean, we know for a fact there's a ton of patents that they hold on to that would benefit us.
Right.
Like,
right.
There's literally like, I don't want to go into that too much.
Yeah. Free engineering will be a game changer. I mean, that's what the pyramids are. Just saying. That's what I think they are, at least. See him at least want to remain elite. Yep.
Facts.
Yep. It's big facts. All right. So the next one here is the Dogon tribe. We've talked about these guys before, and finally ran across a video, Kobe. So I was like, "Oh, nice! This is it. Let me show it." So here we go.
Look at the Dogon tribe in Africa. They have a depiction of these people. They call them the Nomo. The Dogon say that these people came from Sirius B, which is another star that ran out of fuel, and they knew the orbital pattern of the star system. They knew the distance from the star system to Earth. They also know all the names, the shapes, and the sizes of planets in our solar system because the Nomo taught this to them. And they kept this on record for thousands of years. How in the world did they know that Sirius B existed? Because we didn't know it existed until like the 1970s. So we got technology that to see a failed star. They also knew something crazy. They knew that the star collapsed and the gravity mass had collapsed in on itself. And that the star was smaller, but it had so much mass that 1,000 human beings can't lift 1 teaspoon of it. How did they know that? That's physics. That's quantum physics. Yeah. So they had an advanced knowledge of a star that's light years away here on Earth in what we call, an uncivilized tribe. Look at the Dogon tribe in Africa.
And then you really get as deep as they normally do. Like that's the one where they did that code or whatever.
Yeah,
did,
on their
clothing. Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, that's super dope. The fact that they knew all that, right there, and they got it from the normal people who were from the stars. That's wild work, y'all. That's wild work. So we like to talk about dreams a lot. So we're going to share this video. And we should be getting to yours after this. All right, check this out.
I'm sure you've heard the news. AI can now decode your dreams. Let's dive in. Scientists have trained an AI to decode dreams by analyzing brain activity. Imagine this. While you're in REM sleep, the AI reads your neural signals and translates them into pictures. It's like watching your dreams as a movie. This breakthrough opens up a whole new world. We could soon record and watch our dreams. But it also raises some big questions. What about privacy? How does the brain construct reality? And that's not all. In the future, this tech might help us communicate with unconscious minds or understand our deepest thoughts. Pretty cool, right? So, next time you wake up and try to remember your dream, just think, soon AI might help you watch it back. Now that's some next level tech.
Was it you I was talking to about how, like, if that happens and your AI decodes the dream and it drives it a certain way, would that be the way you look at it now?
Yeah. So yeah, that was, you and I we talked about it. I think it was last week, and it was AI was it was scanning the brain and where,
it
where
was
the
just
brain
the
is firing.
images of your brain.
Yeah. And then it had its own version, like this person looking at a giraffe, and then it spit out a picture of giraffe. Yeah, it looked kind of weird, but
damn near it, but it was weird.
Yeah. And we're talking about just the interpretations of things. Like when you see something, I see the same thing, but we see it differently. Type of deal. I just dreamt I had a hairy chest and no wallet was missing. Okay.
AI can take that up for you.
Right. Let's see. No, drone already did this. Not cool. Yeah. I think some of these shows they show us stuff because they know it's coming, kind of desensitize us from it. So that's just my thought. I don't know. All right. So this is the 1975 Bible,
1775.
or 1775. I'm sorry. You know, I'm tired, boss. I'm seeing
I know,
things.
you good, bro. I got
Yeah, I'm hallucinating. All right. Put this up here. Let's get all right. The 1775 Bible proves we live in a lie. So check this out.
Here is the Bible from 1775 telling us at the time that we used to have 13 months. The first month of the year is March. Look at all the way to the end, guys. There's 13 months. 13 months. First day of the week, Sunday. Second day, Monday. Look at that. Seventh day or Sabbath, Saturday. This is the proof right here.
One of the things Constantine did was because he wanted the pagans to worship God, Jehovah, was he moved the day of worship to the day of the sun, which is why we now worship on Sunday. Because Sunday became a pagan day. Well, another thing Constantine did was move the day of Jesus' birth to December, because Tammuz died on December 23rd. And it was believed, because Nimrod, his father, was a hunter, it was believed that Nimrod would be reborn in his son Tammuz. And his son Tammuz's birthday was December 25th. And what you would do on Tammuz's birthday was you would set up a tree. Deuteronomy 16:21. You shall not plant for yourself any tree as a wooden image near the...
So this right here...
That's a lot. They do a lot of this right there.
Yeah. I mean, we do know that ain't his birthday.
Yeah, we do know that.
Yeah. We do know that. I can't even just approach. I want that go away. Okay. Serpent is wisdom. Okay.
Justice had a month just for him. So yeah.
Okay. That tracks. Yep. How you gonna have a month just for yourself? That's crazy. All right, the history you wish you were taught in school. All right, check this out.
The seven-headed serpent protected Buddha. So you find this specific iconography around the world. In the book of Revelation, you find it as well. Medieval tapestries, pretty specific. The Gnostics, in fact, have their own seven-headed dragon. You have on the other side of the Atlantic, once again, the god Kukulkan, who has the seven heads, the seven-headed serpent. Now, Manly P. Hall, Madame Blavatsky, all the mystics talk about this ancient serpent wisdom, the seven-headed serpent, embodying the seven energy systems in the body and the transformative secret teachings that allow you to liberate yourself from over-identification with the body, with the temporary existence. So it's a metaphysical thought system taught around the world, I'll show. And the seven-headed serpent shows up with these wisdom bringings, these divine beings. Siberia, you find it, is a shamanic seven-headed being. Even King Arthur fights the seven-headed dragon. The dragons and the serpents were the wisdom bringers. The druids were called the serpents. In fact, St. Patrick drove the serpents out of Ireland, although there's no snakes in Ireland. In 12, the Nagas, the seven-headed serpent.
Inky was the serpent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Inky. Yep. And Inky updated, upgraded human DNA.
I want to add this one too, because Dad's like, y'all should add some technology stuff. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. So I edit this last one.
Wow.
And this is, I think, a real company too. I actually looked on Google real quick.
Oh, you vetted it?
Yeah.
All right, give me a second here. Let's check it out.
This is going to blow your mind. A startup company called BrainBridge announced today that they believe that they will be able to successfully perform a head transplant surgery in the next 8 years. The The way that this would work is you would take a person with a perfectly healthy and active brain, but their body has cancer or paralysis, and transplant it to a brain dead donor body. What's crazy is that they said that by doing this, the person that's receiving the new body would still be able to maintain their memories, cognitive abilities, and consciousness. They say that the brain could last several hundred years if it had a good working body, and that might be a potential in the future, but that this would also give people with different ailments a second chance. The procedure is advanced and way over my head, but it uses robotics and AI technology to make sure that the precisions and refusing are exact. It's crazy because you have to wonder if somebody that's 6'4" will end up 5'6", or the other way around. This is going to blow your mind.
Yeah, that's wild.
A startup.
My question is, so when you do that, you have to fuse the spine to get everything, all the nerve endings and all that to work. If that's the case, they have to kind of not Futurama, yeah. They should be able to help people who are paralyzed then.
That's exactly what this
now. They should be able to do that now.
Yeah.
So like, because they should be able to repair the spine.
Do it with the AI robotic like surgery. Yeah. I don't think the human hand can do it, but I think we can do that now. Yeah. Pretty sure we can do that now. If we can do that,
I haven't heard of that though.
That's the thing they've done before. That's the head transplant.
Do you think it's been done before?
That's ultra carbon.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It is. That's very interesting, man. That's very interesting.
You can go ahead and have a whole new body, live another 50 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another body, live another 20, 50, 20, 30. I mean, your brain, how long your brain can keep alive.
Yeah. Emily says, do you know anatomy and the nervous system is so much more basic than what you imagine? Yeah, I don't know much about it.
I don't like thinking about that.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. I didn't want to say it.
About the
No.
That's crazy.
I'm sure it has. I'm sure it has. We probably had that technology years ago. We just don't talk about it. But yeah, we don't have a whole lot of cap or no cap.
You like you're doing gang for the gang?
No, we can. We're at an hour 37, so yeah, we can go to cap or no cap. So Nate dominated cap or no cap last week, and I've got another one from him. So we can. What does it say? What does it say? That said a loss for inch. It's still me, though. It's still me. We can connect the electricity.
I know our body does have electric current.
Yeah, bioelectric. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
What happens after that? We're still learning. Yep. So let's see what Nate gave us here. And Nate, you may have sent me some other stuff. I just haven't really had a chance to get in my Instagram. Really.
Yeah, I need to add my cap or no cap the notes. My bad. I got some stuff I think I got saved up.
I think we're doing more gang for the gang type stuff because I'll be honest, it's more interesting.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it be ebb and flow. We'll probably get more on the spooky stuff later. But.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is more spooky than the stuff. I mean, this is reality, but I don't know, man. That ancient civilization, ancient man, and all that ancient technology, man, that stuff is wild. All right, so security camera captures dog transforming into a human. Could it be a shapeshifter or something beyond our understanding? Let's see.
Oh, that's weird.
Shit. Damn.
I don't know.
We're running back one more time. Oh, it's like a dog.
And then he's the person.
That's crazy. Huh. All right, cap or no cap?
I'm gonna say cap. But I don't know.
Yeah. They said math. The math. What are we doing? Is cap or no cap, Emily? No cap.
All right, I'm gonna say cap. I got the next one. Oh man, I already know what I'm gonna say about. I already see it. I already know what I'm gonna say about this one. But let's go ahead.
Okay. I gotta read.
This one's called Pyramids.
Pyramid situation just got even more insane. Thousands of people are rejecting the common view that the Egyptians built the pyramids, but instead claim that someone else is responsible. Before I tell you who I think built the pyramids, let's look at the 3 possible candidates. Number 1, the great inventor Nikola Tesla believed that the pyramids were built by a lost ancient civilization to be used as wireless power plants. Number 2, I used to believe that Joseph from the Bible is the one who ordered the building of these vast pyramids so that they could be used as storage units to house an awful lot of grain. But here's the thing, I'm not so sure that's the answer anymore. Number 3, many people believe that antediluvian giants are the ones who built massive structures. Okay, I am a little bit embarrassed to admit to this publicly, but I personally believe the most rational solution of how these 2.3 million blocks, all weighing 15 tons each, how were they laid? Well, I actually think number 3 is the most rational answer. Listen to me. Some of you agree with this suggestion, and yet you reject the book that told us thousands of years ago that there really was giants who roamed on the earth. If that's you, would you consider brushing the dust off your Bible and reading it again with new eyes? By the way, if you're not against seeing different videos like this in your feed, please do follow for more.
Hello.
I thought it'd be something else.
Let's cap.
Yeah.
We know that now. I don't know who the fuck did it.
Who it is.
Because it's not just the blocks now. It's not just the pyramid. It's way more than that now.
I was gonna put a video on here that was a pyramid in Antarctica, and it was so like it looked real for a minute, and then it kept going. You're like, yeah, it's AI, but it looked dope for a minute, but it was just too fake. It was too much. Like they were sailing a boat through like these gigantic structures. This is not real. It's not in it.
That can't be real. That's not. Yeah. Okay. You're like, nah. That's hella cap. Giants have resisted and still among us. Yeah. Yeah. We agree with that. Nah, it's on me. These aren't spooky.
No.
Which Earth do you align with? Did I put this on here? Was I drunk?
Maybe. I can dig some of my archives, see if I got anything.
I don't know why this is on here, and this should not be on cap or not, but let me just... Because the other one, that pyramid one should have been cap or not. I think I'm pretty sure I put that on there. So, I don't know. Let's see. What y'all think about this?
Turns out what the ancients were trying to tell us is that Earth is actually made up of 2 planets, one 6,000 years old and the other 4.5 billion years old. And these 2 Earths are of different energy states. One is a very high energy state, one a low energy state. In the scriptures, they're called a spirit Earth and a temporal Earth. One day, this day, right now, 21st century, they would come apart.
Well, what do you mean come apart? Physically?
Yes, physically, the higher vibrational Earth would become dissident with the lower vibrational Earth, and they would separate, just like a human spirit separates from the human body. Earth is about ready to either go through birth or go through death.
You're not predicting that planet Earth is going to split physically, are you?
Not split down the middle. It's more like phase apart. 2 whole planets will go separate ways in space. One higher vibrational, one lower vibrational.
Literally?
Yes.
What does that mean? All of us on the planet?
All of us, obviously, are going to be divided. we are going to choose which Earth to go with. The ones that will align themselves with the higher vibration or spiritual Earth will become unaware.
That's stupid. Capper now.
I think we looked at something like this before though, where higher vibrational people go a certain way.
Yeah, I know. It's Nathan. So Jason line, what's coming? Yeah, I don't know why I even put that on there. I know I did. Let's see here. AI. Let me just burn through these, Coleman. Let's see. This is fuck. I don't want to do that one either. That's stupid. That's more so for a game for the gang.
What about NPC or
Haunting Eyes? Let's do Haunting Eyes. All right, let's do this one.
We had so much game for the gang that we just got. Yeah, I kind of forgot about the cap and roll cap segment.
Yeah, same. All right, let's check this out. This man has been haunting us since we moved in. This is the first time we saw his face. All right, let's see what we got.
Maybe it's starting.
What's going on?
It threw a coat on the floor.
True. Oh, you'll stand up there.
Shit.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Cap or no cap?
I didn't see the face, but that shit was.
You didn't see it?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see that?
Y'all saw a face?
Yeah.
What was it?
Here, I'll play it again. One second.
Was it in the hallway?
It's in the doorway.
Was it in the doorway?
Mm-hmm. You'll see it. Expand your screen.
What's going on?
It threw a coat on the floor.
Tell the Nate that are saying cap.
Shit.
In the doorway, you said.
Yeah. Not that doorway, though.
Did you see that?
It's coming. Did you see it that time?
Yeah, it's cap.
That's cap? Why not cap? Okay, so we'll do NPC. NPC, you might like NPC. Let's see. I think NPC was, it's more supernatural. We'll check this out. All right, y'all. What y'all think about this?
I just got off work. There's this guy outside my apartment unit. It's like the middle of the night. Been waiting a few minutes, but he's just standing there.
So you might want to make your screen bigger. You might want to go full screen.
Screw this! What the hell? Where are my keys? No, come on.
Did you hear? A man died in these woods.
I'll try to get you to jump.
This trying to get you bad, man. Damn.
was trying to get Cole with a jump. Every now and then I put a jump scare in there trying to get his ass. He tried to get me one time and got himself. You're like, why did I jump? I knew that was gonna happen. yeah, it's all cat. All right, buddy. Did you find some?
No, it's all ones we've seen before. I
Okay.
don't want to do that to the gang. Just throw some random ones up here at y'all.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair to you. All right, man. I think is that all?
That's it.
I think that's all we got, man.
Next week we'll have some more scary stuff for y'all. I've been slacking on that.
Yeah,
So much cool stuff coming out. So.
The algorithm. I'm from the hood. Come here from the hood. You and I grew up right next to each other. Stop playing. But nah, I think it was an interesting show. Some interesting discussions. I do like the friendly banter and the pushback if it's warranted. So you know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys being in the chat. Y'all had the chat lit tonight.
Good time.
Yeah. Love you too, Emily.
Next week, what you think, bro? We do Knowledge of Forever time again. Kind of get up with another one, or do you want to switch it up?
Nah, we'll keep it. We'll get back to the lighter stuff. Let's try to find something really spooky for the peoples.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, you're good at that. A good haunting or a good story, even. You know what I mean? There's some good ones out there. I know Mr. Ballin got some good stuff. It can be cryptids, the aliens. It can be ghosts, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's change it up. We'll get back to
get back to the basics. You know?
Thank you guys for showing up.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys, man. That's for real. That's for real, man. And everybody go in with that good energy for the week. You know what I'm saying? And I'll try to get some sleep. That ain't gonna happen, but yeah. And it all exists. Yeah. It all exists, man. Y'all got, there's some creepy stuff up there in Minnesota too, man. So y'all be safe. Indiana got a bunch of wild shit. You know what I'm saying too. So. And Texas definitely got some stuff going. Cuz on Skinwalker.
Oh yeah, we gotta get him out here to tell that story one day.
Nigga, he saw Skinwalker last night.
Oh, what?
He said he think it was a bobcat, but this thing was on the fence. It was walking on the fence, like a cat. It was a big ass cat. It was big as big as his pit bull. Yeah, so. I'm defaulting and saying it was a skinwalker. I don't know no bobcat that walks on top of fences. You know what I'm saying?
No, but maybe it was a bobcat. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they got some out there where he's at, but yeah, I don't know. But he did the smart thing. He said he looked at it. It's called on the fence. He said he looked down at his dogs and looked back up. It was gone. He said, "Come on, y'all." We going back in the house.
They were outside?
Yeah, he was outside his backyard. Yeah. He let the dogs out.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, he started walking the fence. So that's crazy. That's crazy. So anyway, so it was a good showing, man. We actually had some people in here, man. It wasn't just me, Shell, and Nate and Random Rick talking. So
yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good time, so we definitely appreciate it. There are sightings of bobcats, but screw that. Who knows? Yeah, Jill saw a UFO the other day too, in the backyard.
What? Really?
Yeah, saw a UFO. Yeah. So one woman was there. She ran to go get her glasses to look, and the thing was gone. But it was moving slow. And then she said she ran to the house to grab her glasses because she's blind. To put them on, like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? And by the time she got back out there, she had only a few seconds, it was gone. Like, how does that happen that quick?
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So there's more stories that we should be doing and telling as well. It's so fun. Y'all silly, man. But anyways, man, I'm keeping this thing going. I'm rambling, probably because I'm tired, boss. But yeah, guys, we'll be back next week and next Sunday. And yeah, this beer.
All right.
Kobe, before we go,
hey man, y'all take care of yourself and don't whistle at night.
do not whistle in the woods. Peace.
Blood giants.
People who came from the sky.
Yeah.